Dear students, welcome back to Management Entrepreneurship for IT Industries. Myself, Professor Subramanya Bhagavat, your computer science coordinator. Now, today we are going to start a new module, directing and controlling. In this chapter, what you are going to learn, what are the objectives? First, directing. What is directing? What is controlling? First, meaning. We will study the meaning of directing. Next one, nature of directing. What it contains. What are the specialties? What are the characteristics? Next, leadership styles. We are going to study about leadership styles. Next, motivation theories. What are the different motivation theories available? We are going to study that things. Next is communications. Regarding communication, we are going to study. What is the meaning of communication? Importance of communication, we are going to study. Next, we are going to study about controlling. Next, steps in controlling. Methods of establishing controlling, we are going to study. Here, questions will be divided like this. Up to here, directing up to here, one question is sure, or this communication and controlling. Communication, this is a sure question, or controlling, this is a sure question. There's some important questions I will give you. If you study that things, to fail in this subject is very, very, very difficult. Don't take it as a challenge and don't fail. Here, to pass in this subject is very, very easy. To score is also very easy. If you write according to the valuation scheme, if you write, because if you write something your own way also, it is your own management of engineering. They will consider few marks for that. But as per the valuation scheme, this our definition should match. Such a way we should write. So in this module, we are going to study about directing. Up to here, directing, then communications and controlling. These 3 points we are going to study. Next one, what is directing? How do you define directing? What is directing? What is directing? What is the meaning of directing? Anybody can take 1 minute, 1 second time. Think what is directing? How do you define directing? Here, remember, business organizations have always given importance to managers who are capable of leading others. A leader should produce leaders, not followers. Manager needs to be various ways lead, motivate, and inspire others, subordinates, and he should be able to communicate with them a very good way. According to the Noj O'Donnell, direction is a complex function that includes all these activities, which are designed to encourage subordinates to work effectively and efficiently in both short and long term goals. Next one is uh, meaning. What is the meaning of directing? How do you define directing? Meaning. Direction is an important managerial function which is stimulates the organization and its staff to execute the plans. Manager should give direction to his subordinates through orders or supervise the work to ensure plans and policies. It breaks down into two activities. First one, giving orders to employee, leading and motivating them. What I say, wait for 2 seconds. Yeah. Here, direction or what I call directing two activities. Directing can be broken down in two activities. First one is giving order. He is giving orders. Okay. Second one is nothing but leading or what I call motivating them to do the tasks. So first one is giving order, second one is leading or motivating them. Next, what are the nature of this directing? Okay, we will study. First one is harmony of objectives. First one is harmony of objectives. These are all the important natures. Harmony of objectives, unity of command, direct supervision, efficient communication. These are all the important nature. Harmony of objectives. Manager should direct the subordinates to the goal of the organization. Employee will not work effectively unless and until to satisfy his personal inherit. So, suppose for example, a person is happy, personally happy, definitely he will do bring a lot of changes to the institution. So, harmony of objectives is very important. What is his personal goal? Try to help that, try to achieve, let him achieve that, so he will be happy. So 10-hour work he can complete in 2 hours also. It is possible to make him work hard by giving an additional bonus. So harmony of objectives, I can say giving an additional bonus, or what I call promotions. Okay, so some way, okay, additionally, he should get something. So we can motivate the employee. This is called harmony of objectives. This is one of the very important nature. Second part, unity of command. What is that unity of command? Subordinate should follow the superior instructions and order. Violation of this principle may give different results. Boss know the nature of his subordinates and directing technicians. So unity of command is a very very important thing. Next one, direct supervision. What is this direct supervision? Direct supervision will take the subordinates to the right directions to achieve the goal of the organizations. It will take the right directions, right direction to achieve the goal of the organization. Second one, last one, efficient communication. What is that efficient communication? Communication is a tool for direction. Communication, it is one of the very important thing. It is a tool for this direction. If tool is correct, if your communication is correct, 99% your work has done. So through communication, superior gives order, allocates a job, explains the duties, and measures performance. Follow manager should monitor all his subordinates tasks to make them to correct mistakes. So efficient communication is very important. Example through I tell you. Suppose one person says opportunity is nowhere. You want to say opportunity is, you write like this. Okay, wait. Opportunity is, okay. He writes like this. Nowhere he wants to write, but what has it has become now here. Opportunities become now here. Like this way, communication difference may happen. It is like this. For example, here they give one box, they keep it here, the box. That side, a person, okay, seeing this box, he says red color is there. And this side, a person sees this box, he says white color is there. So which one is perfect? So simple solution is interchange. Let him come and sit this side. This person will come and sit this side. See the direction. So they understand that that box is made up of two colors. One side red and one side right. So this is in life also. Always see the things in other person's view. Your view, other person's view, and third person's view, so that you'll analyze it correctly. Next one, leadership. What is leadership? That's a very important word. Wherever we go, we legend a word leadership. What is that leadership? There are many definitions of leadership. Some of the definitions I will explain you. Leadership, according to Alford and Whitty, leadership is the ability to secure desirable actions from group of followers voluntarily without the use of what I call without forcing them. They should come voluntarily and do the work. That is called leadership. This called these things. One book is the Leaders Without Names, like that way. According to Terry, a leader shows the way by his own example. He is not a pusher. He pulls rather than pushes. So what he says, leader, he will do. He will himself will become an example to others. According to another, some few examples are there, like a few authors says, according to Chester, leadership says quality of the behavior of the individual whereby guide people on the activities in efforts organized efforts. According to Terry, we just now studied, a leader should be a good his own example. He is not a pusher. He lies pull rather than pushes. According to Noor O'Donnell, managerial leadership, the ability to exert interpersonal influences by means of communication towards the achievement of a goal. Since managers get things done through the people, their success depends on considerable extent upon their ability to provide leadership. Leadership styles. What are the different leadership styles? These are all the very important styles available. Like first one is traits approach, second one is behavioral approach, next is contingency approach. What are that actually? What is that traits approach? Take a 1 minute, 1 second time. What is traits approach? How do you define a traits approach? Leaders should have a good health, physical fitness, intelligence, mental and physical energy, knowledge of human relations, personal motivation, communication skills, qualities of a leader. This all these things, leads treats approach says very clearly physical qualities. Leaders must have this experience about physical quality. First one is I call it as a physical quality. Okay. P, you should understand. P means physical qualities. What are the physical qualities? Leaders must have physical, okay, energy to stand up to stress and strain of his responsibilities. Leader should not be worried. Something happens, he should be very strong. For example, Corona happened. Corona cases come, COVID-19. So few companies they changed their styles, work from home. Few people, okay, few companies they saved amount in that time, like rent of that company and all. Work from home, there's a profit to them. So like that way, leader must have physical energy to stand up stress. It should not become stress. So leader comes in the space of stress. What happens to others? So leader should not take a stress and strain of his responsibilities. The very important physical quality should have. Then moral quality. What are the more important moral qualities? This quality has to stick on his goal. The main very important thing is goal. Should not be like a personally grievous and all. He should not take. Should always keep that things in mind. Institutions improvement is the first thing. That is the very 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 important thing. This quality has to stick. He should stick on his goal and own the responsibility of his action. Goal oriented. Last one is a mental quality. What are the very important mental quality? Leader must possess this quality to be able to motivate his subordinates into actions. He should be able to motivate others. Qualities of a head, heart like emotional, social maturity, knowledge, ability to see the things, understand them for another point of view, ability to react to the behavior of others in a very cool way, but it should be an objective initiatives. Okay, you should have these things. Next, behavioral approach. What are things we study in behavioral approach? Yeah, behavioral approach. Okay, what is this behavioral approach? Motivation says positive motivation makes the subordinates rewards, while negative motivation makes the subordinates punishment. Authority leadership styles can be automatic, democratic, or free region. Three types of leaders I call automatic, democratic, and free reign leadership. What is the autocratic? Autocratic leaders take a decision without consulting subordinates. I'll make this thing like autocratic and democratic and free reign leadership. In autocratic leader, first point, what I say, autocratic leader take decision without consulting subordinates. They simply pass the orders and it should be obeyed by the subordinates. This enforces discipline and obedience. Decision making is completely centralized. Communication is one way, that is from boss to subordinates, one way. Next one, okay. Next, wait for a second. Yeah. Next, okay, wait. Here, if you say this is a one-way communications, instructions or orders, we are in autocratic. Next, in democratic. What happens in democratic? Leaders consult their subordinates before taking decisions. Before taking any decision, leader will communicate with his subordinates. I want to do this. What is your opinion? What is your suggestion? If you all will agree, we proceed. Or what is your idea? What is your suggestions in this field? It provides a complete freedom to group members, results in this two-way communication in two-way, subordinates to boss, boss to subordinates, so that group members get an opportunity to express their opinions may be better than this opinion, so that time it's a benefit to him. So this is good actually. Last one is a pre-reign leadership. What is this pre-reign leadership? Pre-reign leadership, leaders leave the subordinates with complete freedom. Subordinates can set their plans, develop plans, decisions are made by subordinates. Leaders do not involve it. Leaders will advise, leader will not control followers. Here, subordinates must knowledgeable, a well-trained and self-motivated, it develops managerial skills and creativity. Next one is contingency approaches. What is contingency approaches? Here in this contingency approaches, there are three parts are there. First part is I called about Fielder's model. Second, I call it as Hersey and Blanchard model. Next, I call it as Robert J. House model. What is this contingency approach? Let me tell you. In contingency approach, what is a Fielder's model? Leadership style depends on situations, power. It depends on three factors. Leader's reaction, relation, leader-member relationship is good only if leader is respected. Task structure, task-oriented leaders most effective in extreme situations, where situation is favorable or unfavorable. Position power. Position power leadership means leader is highly positioned and highly powered. The role of the leadership is effective. Next is I call it as contingency approach. Uh, Hersey and Blanchard model, HB, I call it as HB. That is a Hersey and Blanchard model. This model contains four stages. Initial phases, when subordinates first enter into organizations, they need to be instructed and rules and regulations are expressed. Managers should be low relationship because subordinates can be treated as colleagues. Okay. Next one, wait. Yeah, you refer these notes which I given. Okay, they are Robert J. House model. That can four types actually. First one is a directive. Directive leader is one who gives what to do, how to do. Then supportive. Supportive leader gives a respect to subordinates, will be encouraging. Next is achievement oriented. Achievement oriented leader is one who sets goals well, confidential about subordinates and completes tasks. Then these things. Which one? Wait. Yeah. Wait. Next, participate. Participate leader is one who takes the decision after consulting his subordinates. Okay. Next class we will study. Wish you all the very best.